Welcome, Cyclone fans, to another broadcast of Cyclone Athletics on HLTV Channel 15. It's Thursday, February 24th, and we're in postseason play where the Harlan Community Cyclones, with an overall record of 16 wins, 6 losses, is getting ready to take on the Monarchs from Denison, who have an overall record of 14 wins and 9 losses. These two teams have met up in the regular season back in December 10th at Harlan Community High School gym. Cyclones won 62-44. And then after Christmas, January 25 at Denison, the Monarchs beat the Cyclones 63-59. This is the second round of Substate 8 tournament play. Cyclones defeated Perry 74-29 the other night. And in the second half of that doubleheader, Denison defeated Lewis Central 48-36. The winner of this contest tonight will advance to the Substate final on Monday, February 28, and that game will be played at Denison High School. So the winner of tonight's game will play the winner of Sioux City Heelan versus Carroll that is getting played tonight. And the winner of that will advance to the state tournament. Meanwhile, these two teams have split even during the regular season. Again, each team won on their home court. And when you look at things statistically, things are extremely even. On the season, Harlan Community has made 477 field goals. Denison Schleswig, 479, 2 more than the Cyclones. However, the Cyclones have made 274 three-pointers to 250 for Denison. Cyclones average right at about 62 points a game, and Denison Schleswig 58. So very, very similar there. One thing that Denison has going for them is they have a little bit deeper bench. They'll probably play 8, maybe even 9 guys, and the Cyclones will probably only get to about 6 with Franz Rice being injured earlier in the season has kind of limited their bench play. Cyclones with Rice out of the rotation will have a little bit of a height advantage. Will go to the Monarchs. So we'll see how that plays out when it comes to rebounding. And both teams getting to the free throw line often. However, the success rate not real good. Cyclones shooting at 65%. But Denison Schleswig is shooting not even as good as that at 59% on the season. So each teams have warmed up. They've gone to their respective benches. We're going to get ready for the national anthem and the starting lineup for both teams. And then that opening tip. So a nice crowd here tonight from Denison Schleswig as well as Harlan Community, and should be in for a good one here tonight in this second round postseason play in Substate 8. So the last seconds of the clock get ticked off here, and then we'll have some public address announcements.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Harlan Community High School for tonight's 3A state semifinals basketball game between the Denison Monarchs and the Harlan Community Cyclone. They're coached by head coach Garrett Fick. Assistant coach is Ricky Torres.
And here's the starting lineup. Number 1, sophomore, 6'1", Luke Weavers. Number 5, Matthew Welts. He's a 5'11" senior. Junior, number 11, Jackson Wetzels at 6'1". And then number 12, junior, 6'1", Carson Sanchez. And number 22, sophomore, 6'8", Lance Artfeld. Monarchs are coached by head coach Derek Fink and assisted by Ricky Torres.
Coach Nick Osborne, assistant coaches Chad Swanson, Kevin Osborne, and Nick Christensen.
And now for your Cyclones, number 23, Brad Kern. He's a 5'10 junior.
At guard, 6'1", senior, number 25.
Number 25, Brayton Scheckinger. He's a 6'1 senior.
At shoulder, 6'1", junior, number 33.
Number 33, Aiden Hall. He's a 6'1 junior.
At shoulder, 6'1", junior,
Number 35, 6'1 junior, Jacob Birch. And rounding things out for the Cyclones, number 43, 6'2 senior, Connor Frame. Cyclones are coached by head coach Mitch Osborne, assisted by Chad Swanson, Gabe Boffman, and Kevin Osborne.
Programming brought to you by these great sponsors: Keast Motors, Cyclone Lanes, Shelby County State Bank, United Bank of Iowa, Holly Jones Funeral Homes, KNOD Radio, Shelby County Farmers Mutual and Century Farm Insurance, and the Peterson Wellness Center and Lewis Family Aquatic Complex.
In the center circle is number 43, Connor Frame, and number 22, Lance Artfeld, getting ready for the tip, and the opening tip is going to go to the Monarchs. We'll see what each team has going here defensively. Cyclones appear to be in a form of a zone here. They've got face guarding number 12, Carson Sunjas, that's for sure. They're going to go right down inside to Artfeld, and the first basket of the night goes to number 22, Lance Artfeld. He's got a big height advantage inside at 6'8". Denison Monarchs pick up man-to-man. Cyclones getting in their half-court man offense. Three-point shot is up, no good. Rebounded by Birch, that's up, no good. Rebounded by Artfeld. Monarchs come away with it. Weavers from the corner. Again, they're face guarding number 12, Sunjas. Ball goes right back inside to Artfeld. Two baskets right away for Lance Artfeld, and it's 4-0 Monarchs. 6:45 to play in quarter number 1. Ball goes inside. That's Jacob Birch off the dribble drive. Birch gets the Cyclones on the board. 6.5 to play in quarter number 1. Monarchs lead 4-2. There's going to be a turnover as number 1, Luke Weber, stepped on the sideline. The ball will go over to Harlan Community. Current with it across the timeline, double high post screen out front. Ball getting reversed around the perimeter. Birch trying to establish position inside against Jackson Wessel. Hall now off the dribble drive. His shot up is good. Aiden Hall ties things up at 4 apiece. And they're going to call an offensive foul on number 22, Lance Artfeld. It's his first personal, team's first. Denison Schleswig back to their man-to-man defense. Hall on a spin move, kicks it out to Scheckinger. Scheckinger puts up a 3, no good. There's going to be a foul, and I think this is called on number 33. We'll see. Foul is called on number 33, Aiden Hall. One foul apiece for the Cyclones and Monarchs. 5.5 to play. Score is Harlan Community 4, Denison Schleswig 4. Denison Schleswig right away went to Arkfeld on 2 straight possessions, and now that's number 11, Jackson Wessel, scoring the bucket. 6-4. Monarchs. Connor Frame on the dribble drive. That's up and good. Gets the roll. And things are tied up at 6 apiece. Assumptions gets it out to Weavers. Weavers top of the key. 3-point shot up. No good. And Denison Schleswig wanted a foul. Gets the ball inside to Arkfeld. Arkfeld with 6 points, and the score is Denison Schleswig 8, Harlan Community 6. 4.5 to play. Frame with the dribble drive, puts a shot up, no good. Rebounded by Suches. He gets it across half court. Gets his dribble picked up, kicked out to Weavers. Weavers with a 3-pointer, no good. Rebounded by Frame. Denison Schleswig gets back and slows down the Cyclone attack. Little runner put up by Birch. That's no good. Closing in on 4 minutes to play again. Denison Schleswig leading 8-6. And there's a foul out front. Jacob Birch. The foul. Cyclones not real deep. Can't afford to be getting people into foul trouble. Tegan Kasperbauer into the lineup now for the Cyclones. He replaces Brayton Scheckinger. Some substitutes into the contest for Denison Schleswig. Like we said on the pregame, they're going to go about 8 deep. Cyclones might go about 6, maybe 7. 4 minutes to play in quarter number 1. Denison Schleswig leading the Cyclones 8-6. 3-point shot from the top of the key is up and good. And that is number 14, Aiden Schuttinga with the 3-point basket. 11-6 Monarchs. They're going to call a foul out front on number 12. Carson Suches, that's his first personal foul, team second. 3:35 to play. The scoreboard, they must have just given that 2-point basket earlier to Schuttinga. The scoreboard now went from 11 for Denison Schleswig to 10. So 10, no, now they put it back again. So it is 11-6 Monarchs. There's going to be a foul on the Cyclones. Weavers with the dribble drive. It's fouled by the Cyclones number 21, Tegan Kasperbauer, his first personal foul, team's third. Jace Googles into the lineup now for the Cyclones. Comes in for Connor Frame, and he gets a steal. Nice defensive play there by Googles. Nice find to Googles, and a nice backside look there to Jace Googles. He gets the Cyclones to within 3 at 11-8. Ball getting reversed around the perimeter for the Monarchs. Arkfeld is on the bench, so there's not that big of a height advantage for the Monarchs presently. Weavers from the corner, he's going to put up a 3. That's long, no good. Rebound ran down by Jace Googles, and the Cyclones with 2 minutes and 20 seconds left, trailing 11-8. Cyclones got by with a travel there by Birch. Ball getting reversed around the perimeter. There's a 3-point shot up by Kasperbauer, no good. Rebounded by Suchins. 2 minutes to play in this opening quarter. 11-8 Monarchs. 3-pointer up, no good, but rebounded by the Monarchs. going to get things set back up. There's Suchins with it on the dribble drive. He kicks it out to Weavers. Over to the corner, three-point shot up and good. And that is number 24, Hunter Emery with the three-point basket. And it's 14-8, Monarchs by 6. Ball goes inside, tried to feed the post to Birch, and it was tipped out of bounds by Suchins. Into the lineup now for the Monarchs, number 22, Arkfeld, as well as number 5, Matt Welts. Minute 32 left to play. Cyclones trailing 14-8. Ball gets inbounded to Birch. Birch gets it to Hall. He's going to try and dribble drive along the baseline, and he is fouled. Let's see who they call the foul on. They call it on Arkfeld. That's his second personal foul. Hall makes the free throw. He's a 70% free throw shooter. He'll have his second one. Into the lineup now for the Monarchs. Junior, number 35, Niall Manuel. He's at 6'7". He's going to replace Arkfeld as he picked up a second personal. Second free throw for Hall is up and good. 14-10 is the score with a minute and a half left to play in the first quarter. Monarchs with the lead. Ball skipped across the perimeter. There's going to be a turnover steal by the Cyclones. Spin move by Hall, up no good. And then there was almost a steal by Connor Frame as Denison was trying to go in transition. Some substitutes again into the lineup now for the Monarchs. And Brayton Scheckinger back into the lineup for Harlan Community. He's going to replace Jacob Birch. 53 seconds left to play. 14-10, Denison. Monarchs getting set up in their half-court offense here. See if they go right inside to Manuel. He's got a big height advantage down on that low post. On the dribble drive, shot is up and good. And that is number 5, Matt Welch, scoring the bucket. 16-10, 6-point lead for the Monarchs with 20 seconds left to play. Cyclones are trying to play for a last possession shot here. Possession arrow does favor the Cyclones, so they'll have the first possession of quarter number 2. Three-point shot by Scheckinger from the corner, no good. 4 seconds left to play, 3 seconds. Half-court heave by Weavers, up, no good. And that's going to bring us to the end of quarter number 1, where the score is Monarchs 16, Cyclones 10. Take a quick break and be back with second quarter action of play. You're watching Cyclone basketball on HLTV, Channel 15.
Programming brought to you by these great sponsors: Keast Motors, Cyclone Lanes, Shelby County State Bank, United Bank of Iowa, Holly Jones Funeral Homes, KNOD Radio, Shelby County Farmers Mutual and Century Farm Insurance, and the Peterson Wellness Center and Lewis Family Aquatic Complex.
Welcome back, Cyclone fans. Ready for a second quarter action to play here on HLTV Channel 15. Cyclones trail the Monarchs 16-10. And the Cyclones have first possession of this second quarter. A little block-to-block screen trying to get Aiden Hall available. Now they're going to try and get Jacob Birch down on a little mismatch in the post, and ball is stripped away, and now there's going to be a foul on number 11, Jackson Wessel. He stripped the ball from Birch, but then as it was on the ground, there's going to be whistled for the personal foul. First on Wessel, fourth on the team. Cyclones get set back up in their half-court man-to-man offense. Again, the score is Denison Schleswig 16, Harlan Community 10. Ball goes inside to Hall. Trey is kicking it out, deflected by Wiebers. Now Hall with it again on the baseline. He's going to have a dribble drive, and it's stripped away. Turnover, Harlan Community. Three-point shot from the top of the key. Up, no good. Rebounded by these Cyclones. Kern with it on a dribble drive, kicks out to Hall. Hall on the dribble drive, pull-up jumper, no good. Rebounded by Manuel. Pushing the tempo again is the Monarchs. Denison Schleswig player knocked to the ground. That's number 5, Matt Welch. He's injured, and he's going to come out as number 14. Aiden Scudinga is going to replace him. Some fouls called earlier in that first quarter, and since then the refs have started letting them play. There's another turnover. A little too much dribbling going on by the Cyclones. Suchin's with it. The ball gets reversed around to Weber. See if they get a little post touch in to Manuel. Skip pass over the top of the defense. And there's going to be a turnover by Weebers. He thought he had a teammate there in the corner, and there was nobody. Ball goes out of bounds. Turnover, Denison Schleswig. Cyclones will have it. Trailing 16-10 with 6:22 left in this first half. Brad Kern gets the ball across the timeline for the Cyclones. High post screen by Birch. Pull-up jumper by Brad Kern. Brad Kern with the bucket. With 6 minutes to play, it's a 4-point contest, 16-12. Monarchs with the lead. 3-point shot up, rolls around, good. That's number 14, Aiden Scudinga with his second three-pointer of the night, 19-12 visiting team, and there's going to be a foul. Brad Kern on the dribble drive. Number 1, Luke Weber whistled for the personal, his first personal foul. It's going to be the team's 6th, or 5th, excuse me, team's 5th. Cyclones will inbound on the baseline. Jay Scoobles back into the lineup for Harlan Community. Connor Frame's going to put up a three-pointer. Connor Frame with a three-point bucket. He's got 5, and the score is Denison Schleswig 19, Harlan Community 15. Ball goes up to the high post. 15-foot jump shot, no good by Jackson Wessel. Cyclones in transition. That's Jay Scoobles, but he misses the layup. Nice transition there by the Cyclones. Couldn't convert on the bucket, though. Suchin's with it out front. 3-point shot up by Scudinga, no good. Rebounded by Frame. He's pushing tempo. He throws it across to Kern. Kern on the dribble drive, gets it out to Frame. Frame's going to put up a 3. That's an air ball. 19-15. Cyclones trailing by 4. Substitutes coming into the contest for both squads. Aiden Hall coming in for Jace Goebbels. For the Monarchs, Arkfeld's back into the lineup. Manuel goes out. Arkfeld comes in, 6'8" for 6'7". Shot from the corner is good. That is number 14, Aiden Skuttinga, with his third three-pointer. 22-15, Monarchs by 7. Connor Frame on the dribble drive, and he's going to be fouled by number 14, Skuttinga. It is Skuttinga's first personal foul, team 6th. Frame's going to go to the free throw line. Connor's a 59% free throw shooter. He'll have 2 as it was in the act of shooting. First one is up, and that's an air ball. Frame will have a second one here, and that one is up and good. Frame 1 for 2 from the free throw line. 22 for Denison Schleswig, 16 for Harlan Community as we close in on 4 minutes to play. Suchin's with it out front. Keegan Kasperbauer guarding him. Weavers gets caught inside while getting reversed around. There's going to be a steal. Connor Frame doesn't have numbers, kicks it out to Birch. Birch on the dribble drive, little Euro step. Jacob Birch scores the basket. 22-18. Cyclones trail by 4. Ball goes inside to Arkfeld. Arkfeld with the left hand. Number 22, Lance Arkfeld with 8 points. A foul called on number 14, Aiden Skuttinga. That's his second personal foul. Coach Derek Fink is not happy with that there on the sideline. He's going to send Brad Curran to the free throw line. That first one is good. Curran will have a second one. Cyclones in the 1-and-1 bonus here, as that's the 7th team foul on the Monarchs. That one's up and good. Curran goes 2 for 2, and the Cyclones within 4, 24-20, and they put on a full court press here, and Derek Fink is going to call timeout. The Monarchs are struggling to get the ball across half court. So we want to take this opportunity to thank our fine sponsors for making this live broadcast come to you tonight. That being Keith's Motors, Cyclone Lanes, Shelby County State Bank, United Bank of Iowa, Polly Jones Funeral Home, KNOD Radio, Shelby County Farmers Mutual and Century Farm Insurance, and Peterson Family Wellness Center and Lewis Family Aquatic Complex. So thank you for those local businesses for making this broadcast come to you folks live here tonight. Out of the timeout, the score is Denison Schleswig 24, Harlan Community 20, with 3:31 left to play in this first half. Monarchs to inbounds in the backcourt. Cyclones retreat back into their half-court defense. Suchin's with it out front, Curran guarding him. There's going to be an almost turnover, and there is a turnover. Connor Frame. Connor Frame goes up, and it's good. Frame with the transition layup, and the Cyclones within 2, 24-22. Weavers on the dribble drive, puts a shot up, no good. Gets his own offensive rebound, puts that up, and that one's up, no good. Arkfeld making sure he's taking it easy as he's got 2 personal fouls. Didn't want to pick up a third. Frame's going to fire up a 3. No good. Rebounded by Arkfeld for the Monarchs. Suchin's with it across half court. He's going to pull up for 3. That's good. Number 12, Carson Suchin's been shut out to this point. He buries a three-pointer, 27-22, Monarchs. Kern's going to fire up a deep three. That one's no good. Closing in on 2 minutes to play. Again, Cyclones trail by 5, 27-22. And here's a three-pointer up and good by number 11, Jackson Wessel. And a timeout by Harlan Community as it's now an 8-point Monarch lead, 30-22. We talked about the pregame, how on the season the Cyclones outshot Denison Schleswig from the three-point line. Cyclones making 274 three-pointers on the year compared to 250 for the Monarchs. However, tonight the Cyclones have one made three at this point in time and 6 for the Monarchs. So half of the Monarchs' points have come from the three-point arc. They have 30 points, and over half, they've got 18 points from the three-point line. Two minutes to play here in the first half. Cyclones with it in the half court. Birch puts a running jumper up and good. Jacob Birch with 6 points, 30-24 Monarchs. Hartfeld out of the contest now for the Monarchs. And Manuel comes in at 6'7". Ball tipped away by Brad Kern, but Weavers runs down the loose ball. Three-pointer up and good. Cyclones need to guard the arc. That's Jackson Wessel with his second three-pointer. And it's a 9-point lead. 33-24. Quick shot by the Cyclones, rebounded by Denison Schleswig. Suchin's jumper good. Number 12, Carson Suchins with 5 points. 11-point lead for the Monarchs, 35-24. Kern kicks out to Frame. Frame puts up a three. That's an air ball. Under a minute to play. Denison Schleswig with it. Here's a three from the corner. No good. Rebounded by Hall. Cyclones have it with 40 seconds to play. Down 11. 35-24. Kicked out to Curran. Curran with a three from the corner. Brad Curran scores the three-pointer to get the Cyclones within 8. 35-27. Now we'll see what Denison Schleswig does in the closing 15 seconds here offensively. Ball kicked out to the corner. Open three from the corner, no good. Rebounded by Manuel. Manuel on the offensive rebound gets fouled on the putback. 1.4 seconds left to play. Foul called on Connor Frame. That first free throw is up. Now Manuel score the bucket. He's a 46% free throw shooter. Second free throw is up for Manuel, and that's good. 37-27. Half-court heave by Casper Bauer is no good, and that's going to get us to halftime, where the score is Monarchs 37, Cyclones 27. We'll be back with some halftime stats and second half action of play. You're watching Cyclone basketball on HLTV, Channel 15.
Programming brought to you by these great sponsors: Keast Motors, Cyclone Lanes, Shelby County State Bank, United Bank of Iowa, Holly Jones Funeral Homes, KNOD Radio, Shelby County Farmers Mutual and Century Farm Insurance, and the Peterson Wellness Center and Lewis Family Aquatic Complex.
Welcome back, Cyclone fans. Halftime here from Harlan Community High School gym. Cyclones trailing the Monarchs 37-27. Monarchs outscored Harlan Community 16-10 in quarter number 1. And then in quarter number 2, the Monarchs also outscored the Cyclones 21-17 to again take a 37-27 lead over the Cyclones. We said how the bench from Denison Schleswig was going to be a factor compared to the Cyclones. Cyclones played 7 people in that first half. Meanwhile, 8 people played for the Monarchs. Cyclones had 5 scorers in the first half. Brad Kern was 7. Aiden Hall 4. Jacob Birch 6. Connor Frame 8. And Jace Goebbels 2. Meanwhile, there was 7 scorers for the Monarchs. Matt Welts had 2, Jackson Wessel had 8, Carson Suchins 5, Aiden Scuddiga 9, Lance Arkfeld 8, Hunter Emery 3, and Niall Manuel 2. A stat that we talked about in the pregame was 3-point shooting, how on the season the Cyclones have outshot the Monarchs, but tonight, so far in this first half, Denison Schleswig with 7 made 3-point field goals compared to 2 for the Cyclones. Harlan Community's gotten to the free throw line 6 times, converting on 5 of them. Denison Schleswig has got to the free throw line twice and made both of them 2 for 2. So 8 2-point field goals for the Cyclones, 7 2-point field goals for the Monarchs, 5 free throws for Harlan Community, 2 for Denison Schleswig. But the big differential so far in the first half is from the 3-point arc, where Denison Schleswig has made 7 3-pointers compared to 2 for Harlan Community. So we'll see what adjustments have been made in the locker room for the second half. Meanwhile, been a great first half. Denison Schleswig played man-to-man that whole first half defensively. Cyclones were playing different variations of some zones. We'll see if that stays the way the Cyclones play the second half, but they got to get out there and identify the 3-point shooters of the Monarchs. 9 points from Aiden Scuddiga, and those all came off of 3-point field goals, as well as Jackson Wessel. He has 2. 4 different people making 3-pointers for the Monarchs. Foul trouble. Neither team really has anyone to speak of other than Lance Arkfeld, a 6'8" sophomore. He's got 2. And so each team has their last instructions from the bench and getting ready for the second half of play. Opening possession will go to the Monarchs, again as they lead 37-27. Weber's across the timeline with it. He has a double high post screen. They're going to try and feed Arkfeld down in the low post area. Cyclones again in a zone. It'd be hard to, in a zone with Denison, they got some height, so, and some 3-point shooters, so they can pack it in, keep Arkfeld from getting it, but then they got to cover up the 3-point arc. Cyclones doing a good job of it here in the first opening possession. Here's a deep 3 put up by number 1, Luke Weibers, and that's his first points of the contest. It's 40-27 to Denison Schleswig, 13-point lead for the Monarchs. Birch on the dribble drive, he loses it. Last touch by the Monarchs. Cyclone basketball on the baseline. Three-pointer by Birch, up no good. Rebounded by the Monarchs. Ball goes inside to Arkfeld. Last touch by number 11, they say. Wessel out of bounds. Tried getting Arkfeld the ball in the low post area. Kern with it across the timeline. Scheckinger with it on the wing. Man-to-man defense for the Monarchs. Birch now on the dribble drive, goes in, and his shot is up and good. Jacob Birch with the bucket. Birch now with 8. (40-29) Monarchs. Suchins goes in with the jump stop. He's in no man's land. Ball goes inside, little give and go from the wing. That's number 11, Jackson Wetzel with the bucket off the assist from Arkfeld. 42-29. Three-point shot up by Scheckinger, no good. Little dribble drive, attacks the basket, no good. Rebounded by Birch, 5.5 to play. 42-29 here in the third quarter. Jacob Birch, we're gonna count the basket. Basket is good. Foul is on number 11, Jackson Wetzel. That's his second personal foul. Birch, a 66% free throw shooter. He'll have one as it was in the act of shooting, and the bucket was good. So Birch with the three-point play. He's got 11. 42-32, 10-point game here as the Cyclones put on a little full-court press after the made free throw. There's going to be call a foul on number 23, Brad Curran. Denison Schleswig to inbound on the sideline. Well, 2-3 zone here by the Cyclones. They're going to put Luke Weavers in the middle there as a passer. Ball getting reversed around the zone. Now deep three-pointer. Up no good, but Weavers gets the offensive rebound. Suchins with that three-point attempt. Three-pointer up and good by number 11, Jackson Wessel. He's got 3 made threes here in the contest. 4.5 to play, 45-32, 13-point lead. And there's going to be a dribble drive by Hall. Count the basket. Basket is good. Hall's going to go to the free throw line. Foul was called on number 5, Matt Welts. His first free throw up by Hall is good. It's a 10-point contest. Denison Schleswig 45, Harlan Community 35. Suchins with it. He's going to put up a 3, and that's good. Cyclones don't get back. Suchins with a three-pointer. 10 three-pointers by Denison Schleswig on the night, and there's a foul. Birch to the free throw line, and the foul's going to be on Arkfeld. He's got 3. 13-point lead, 48-35, but Birch has 2 free throws coming, and that first one, no good. Some more substitutes coming in for the Monarchs. Second one by Birch is good. Birch with 12. Cyclones in that press. Suchin's with it across the timeline. We close in on 4 minutes to play. 3-point shot is up, no good. Rebounded by Denison Schleswig and good. 50-36. Shot up, no good. And there's going to be a foul on Tegan Kasterbauer. 14-point lead here with 3:44 to go. There's going to be a timeout by Coach Mitch Osborne. So we're going to take a timeout with them. We'll be back with more basketball action on HLTV, Channel 15. Welcome back, Cyclone fans. Getting ready for more third quarter action to play here from Harlan Community High School Gym. Cyclones trailing the Monarchs 50-36 with 3:44 left to play in the third quarter. It'll be Monarch basketball in the backcourt facing some pressure. There's a turnover. Ball goes right inside to Hall. Cyclones have it here. Let's see if they can get some points off of the turnover by the Monarchs. Cut into this 14-point deficit, largest lead for the Monarchs on the night. There's going to be a steal. There's going to be a timeout called by the Monarchs. So as Weber's had it on the floor, a timeout was called. And we want to take this opportunity to thank our fine sponsors for making this live broadcast come to you folks at home. Those being Peterson Family Wellness Center, Lewis Family Aquatic Complex, Shelby County Farmers Mutual and Century Farm Insurance, K&OD Radio, Polly Jones Funeral Home, United Bank of Iowa, Shelby County State Bank, Cyclone Lanes, and Keast Motors. Thank you to those fine local sponsors for making this live broadcast of tournament play. Substate 8 comes to you tonight. Winner advances to the Substate final next Monday night in Denison against the winner of Sioux City Heelan and Carroll. At halftime, Sioux City Heelan had a 2-point lead over the Tigers, 26-24. So the Monarchs inbounds the ball, 3:16 left to play in the third quarter, and the Monarchs lead 50-36. Close to a 5-second closely guarded call out there. Jacob Birch playing some nice defense. Suchin's with it again. Had a little pick and roll opportunity out front. Deep three by Suchin's up. No good. Ball's tipped around and Jace Goebbels comes away with it. Shot is up by Kern. That's no good. Suchin's with it for the Monarchs. 2.5 to play in this third quarter. Weber's with it now as he comes off the high post screen by Manuel. And there's going to be a foul called on Jace Goebbels on the switch. Foul on Goebbels. Back into the lineup for the Cyclones, number 43, Connor Frame. Ball goes into the high post. Niall Manuel back out to Suchins. Suchins on the dribble drive, gets framed down the low block, up no good, tipped in, good. That is number 13, Gavin Hippner with the bucket. 52-36, 16-point lead. 3-point shot up by Birch, and good. Jacob Birch with the three-pointer. Suchins goes in, no good, and there's shots up, no good. That's going to be tipped around. Finally, Brad Curran comes away with it. Curran trapped on the sideline. Minute 20 left to play in this third quarter. 3-point shot up by Connor Frame. It's another air ball. Frame struggling a little bit from the perimeter here tonight. Some substitutes into the contest for the Monarchs, 3 new fresh bodies. Minute 18 left to play. 52-39 Monarchs. Ian Cyclones picking up full court in the backcourt. Struggling to get the ball in bounds, and there's a turnover. Good defense there by Harlan Community, putting some pressure on, forcing the turnover. Now it's the Cyclones' ball on the baseline. Ball gets inbounds to Casper Bauer, and he's going to set things up. Ball getting reversed around the perimeter. We close in on a minute left in this third quarter. Hall's going to go dribble drive against Artfeld. Aiden Hall with the basket. 11-point lead now for Denison Schleswig. And there's a steal by Aiden Hall. Then he converts. Luke Weber's got lazy on a little bounce pass there. Aiden Hall read it, got the steal and bucket. It's now a 9-point lead for the Monarchs. Weavers has a closely guarded count going on up front. He's getting a little lackadaisical out there. Now Suchins with it. He's going against Scheckinger. 10 seconds left to play. Suchins on the dribble drive, puts a shot up and is fouled. He's going to send Suchins to the free throw line. Carson's a 70% free throw shooter on the season. He'll have 2, as he's in the act of shooting. That first one is up and good. 5.7 seconds left to play. 10-point Monarch lead, 53-43. Suchins with his second free throw, and that one's up and good. Cyclones now with it, 5 seconds left to play. Kern on the dribble drive, kicks it to Scheckinger. Scheckinger pull up, jumper, block, no good. That's going to bring us to the end of the third quarter. So the Monarchs lead the Cyclones 54-43. We'll be back with fourth quarter action. You're watching Cyclone basketball on HLTV, Channel 15.
Programming brought to you by these great sponsors: Keast Motors, Cyclone Lanes, Shelby County State Bank, United Bank of Iowa, Holly Jones Funeral Homes, KNOD Radio, Shelby County Farmers Mutual and Century Farm Insurance, and the Peterson Wellness Center and Lewis Family Aquatic Complex.
Welcome back, Cyclone fans. Getting ready for fourth quarter action of play here from Harlan Community High School gym. To start the fourth quarter, the Cyclones trail by 11, 54-43. Denison Schleswig outscored the Cyclones 17-16 there in that third quarter. It'll be Cyclone basketball to start off quarter number 4. Brad Kern gets it across the timeline for Harlan Community. Hall with it out front. He's going to want to take Manuel off the drive, and that's good. Aiden Hall with the bucket. The Cyclones within 9, 54-45. Suchin's with it out front. Birch got to be careful he doesn't get called for a foul out there. Little switch out front there on the high post screen by Manuel. Cyclones switching everything out front on the ball screens. Monarchs being real deliberate here out front. They've taken about a minute off the clock. There's a jump stop shot by Suchins, no good, and then a foul on number 13, Gavin Hippner. Kern with it out front with the ball, gets it to Hall. He's going to want to try and take Manuel off the dribble. No, they reverse the ball around the perimeter. There's a three-point shot up by Casper Bauer, no good. Last touch by the Monarchs. Possession will stay with Harlan Community, and off the bench now comes number 22, starter Lance Artfeld at 6'8". He's going to come in for Niall Manuel. Also into the lineup is starter number 1, Luke Wiebers. 6:41 left to play in the contest. Cyclones trail by 9, 54-45. Birch with it. He's going to put up a three. No good. Rebounded by Wiebers. Wiebers on the dribble drive, goes all the way up, and they're going to call an offensive foul on Wiebers. Ball will get turned over to the Cyclones with 6:25 left in the game. Trailing by 9, 54-45. Second foul on Wiebers. 15 foul. See if free throws come into play here as the game progresses. And there's going to be an offensive foul on Curran. He lowered the shoulder and tried to create space. Second personal on Curran. Fourth team foul. There's been a Denison Schleswig has really struggled against the pressure of Harlan Community in the full court. See if the Cyclones continue to full court press. Ball gets inbounded to Suchins. They've got numbers. Suchins is going to go all the way to the basket on the Euro step in. Good. First bucket of the fourth quarter for Denison Schleswig. Three-pointer up by Casper Bauer. No good. Rebounded by number 5, Matt Welch for the Monarchs. 5:40 left to play in the quarter, and there's a double team on Suchins. He finds Artfeld. Artfeld with the bunny, and that puts up Denison by 13. Three-point shot up, no good. Rebounded by, again, number 5, Welch for the Monarchs. Suchins with it on the dribble drive, just trying to penetrate and kick. Last touch by Birch, out of bounds. 5:09 left to play. Into the lineup is number 51, Jace Goebbels. 25, Brayton Scheckinger. Out goes Connor Frame and Tegan Kasperbauer. Suchin's off the high post screen. They got a little mismatch going with Arkfeld down on the low block. They're trying to find him. Brayton Scheckinger trying to guard 6'8". Arkfeld. Ball gets kicked out for a three-pointer, no good. Rebounded by Weavers. 4:35 to play. Cyclones trailing by 13, 58-45. Suchin's with it out front. They get it into Arkfeld. Arkfeld puts it up and good. Little mismatch inside there height-wise. 60-45. And there's going to be a timeout called by Harlan Community as the Monarchs have increased their lead to 15, 60-45. We're going to take a quick little break here along with the teams. And again, thank those fine sponsors for making this live broadcast come to you folks at home. Keast Motors, Cyclone Lanes, Shelby County State Bank, United Bank of Iowa, Paulie Jones Funeral Home, KNOD Radio, Shelby County Farmers Mutual and Century Farm Insurance, and Peterson Family Wellness Center and Lewis Family Aquatic Complex. So thank those fine local businesses for making these live broadcasts come to you at home this evening. Again, this is the semifinal game of Substate 8. The winner advances to the Substate final in Denison on Monday, playing the winner of Sioux City Heelan and Carroll Community. At halftime, Heelan had a 2-point lead over the Tigers of Carroll, 26-24. So out of the timeout, Cyclone basketball trailing 60-45 with 4:15 left to play. Kern's gonna fire up a three. That's no good. And they're gonna say number 11 for the Monarchs. That's Jackson Wessel was standing on the end line as he made contact with the ball. So the possession will stay with Harlan Community. And good by the Cyclones. That's number 23, Kern. He's got 13. Ball gets tipped out of bounds. Possession will stay with Denison Schleswig. 60-48 with 3:49 left to play in the contest. 12-point Monarch lead. Monarchs are going to keep the floor spread wide and have some dribble drive opportunities. Here's Suchin. Carson Suchin goes up. He's going to get called for a travel. Got caught up in the air and went nowhere. Cyclones good defense. Kern with it on the dribble drive, puts a shot up, no good, but is fouled. Foul's going to be called on number 13, Gavin Hipner. Will send Brad Kern, a 73% free throw shooter, to the free throw line for two. Free throws up and good for Kern. Arkfeld back into the lineup for the Monarchs. Kern's going to have another shot attempt here. That one is good. 60-50, 10-point lead for the Monarchs. 3:20 left to go in the contest. Denison really spreading the floor wide. Let Carson Suchins dribble at it, and there's going to be a bucket and foul. Count the bucket for Suchins, and he's going to go to the free throw line. Suchins is a 70% free throw shooter. Suchins with 14, and with the free throw, that makes it 15. 3 minutes to play, 63-50. Be a foul out front. Foul's going to be called on Jackson Wessel. Will send Birch to the free throw line. We talked earlier about maybe the Cyclones could get into that 1-and-1 and start making some points with the clock stopped. So we'll see if Jacob Birch can do just that. 66% free throw shooter. And that one's up and good. Birch with a second free throw attempt, and that's good for Birch. Cyclones again putting some full court pressure on, and there's a turnover. Monarchs got to start running that baseline, and there's a three-pointer by Tegan Kasperbauer. And the Cyclones have cut it to 8 with 2:52 left to play. Cyclones 55, Monarchs 63. Cyclones full court pressure really causing problems for the Monarchs. After made field goal or free throws, that inbounder can run the baseline. If it's after a violation, the inbounder must stay stationary. And Cyclones putting some good full court pressure on, and the inbounder is kind of standing still, making it easier to defend. The Cyclones within 8 seconds have cut 5 points off that lead. Cyclones with 3 minutes to go, trailed by 13, 63-50. And then after the made 2-point field goal, got the turnover and a made 3 to make the score 63-55. So what was a 13-point deficit has now been cut down to 8, and Denison has to inbound the ball again. Something they have not done a good job of to this point. No, number 11, he can run the baseline. He does not have to stand still. And he still stands still, and then they're going to get a trap in the corner. Suchins across the timeline, and he's going to attack the basket, but is fouled beforehand. That will be team foul number 7 on the Cyclones, so he will go to the free throw line for a 1-and-1 opportunity. Suchins for a 1-and-1. He's a 70% free throw shooter. That one is up and good. Suchins with 16 points. 64-55. That one's up and good as well. 65-55. Dribble drive up, and that's Kern. That's no good. His layup misses. Cyclones gonna have to start fouling here pretty soon to get possession of the ball. 2.5 minutes to play, down 10. And there's a foul. Might be the wrong person to foul. Suchins, a 70% free throw shooter, and has not missed from the free throw line tonight. Third foul on Birch. Carson Suchins for Denison Schleswig at the free throw line for a 1-and-1. 65-55 Monarchs. Suchins perfect from the free throw line tonight. He's got 18 points, 66-55, 11-point Monarch lead. And they're not going to be able to let him back in. I'm not sure. The clock The clock's got to run, so the Cyclones, now the refs are going to turn it out. So Jacob Birch was in the lineup. Brayton Scheckinger came in for him. And Coach Osborne tried getting Birch back into the lineup, and the clock has to run to have a little re-entry on a substitution. So it's going to have Carson shooting another free throw. And that one misses. 66-55. Cyclones down 11. Kern at the high post gets it to Hall. Hall now on the dribble drive, kicks it out to Scheckinger. Three-point shot up by Frame, no good. Brad Curran running down the offensive rebound. Now Curran attacks, and good. Brad Curran with the bucket. 9-point Cyclone deficit with 1:50 left to play. There's going to be a timeout by the Monarchs with 1:45 left to play. Cyclones down by 9, 66-57. 1:45 left to play in the contest. Cyclones are going to have to talk this over and start looking over the stat sheet and seeing who they want to foul. Looking at our stat sheet, Jackson Wetzel is a 44% free throw shooter. Matt Welch is a 55% free throw shooter. Lance Arkfeld is a 40% free throw shooter. So those are some people they might try and leave open on the inbounds play, let them get it, and then go foul. But the Cyclones are going to need possessions here as they're down 9 with 1:45 left to play. Again, great game here from the start. At the end of quarter number 1, the Cyclones trailed 16-10. And then at halftime, Denison Schleswig improved that lead to 10, 37-27. And to start quarter number 4, the Monarchs had a 11-point lead, 54-43, and we're sitting at a 9-point Monarch lead at 66-57. Again, with 1:45 left to play in the contest. Ball gets inbounds to Suchins, and there's going to be a foul called on the Cyclones. It will send Luke Weavers to the free throw line. Weavers is a 62% free throw shooter, so not a bad foul there. However, that foul was on number 35, Birch. That's his 4th. Weavers free throws up, no good. Casper Bauer with the defensive rebound. Cyclones got to go here. Don't need a 3, just need some scores. And there's a foul on number 5, Matt Welch. And that's going to send Kern to the free throw line. Kern is 73% free throw shooter. Will have a 1-and-1. He's good on that first one. And watch for the Cyclones to put on that full court press if there is a make, and there is. 7-point Denison lead. There's going to be a foul called on Casper Bauer as Luke Weavers went deep on the inbounds play. Minute 33 left to play. 66-59 presently. Free throws up, no good. Weavers, again, we said that he's only a 62% free throw shooter, 0 for 2. Weavers with 3 points on the night. He'll have a second one here as the Cyclones have 10 team fouls. And that one is up and good. 67-59. 8-point Denison lead. Cyclone's got to get something going here. Minute 22 left. There's going to be an offensive foul on Jacob Birch. And that will be 5, I believe, on Birch. That's his 5th personal foul. So Brayton Scheckiger is going to come in for Birch. Monarchs will have the ball inbounds. The inbounder cannot run the baseline. We'll see if they run somebody deep. Get Weavers the ball. Cyclone's going to have to foul here shortly. There is the foul. Number 11, Jackson Wessel to the free throw line. That's going to be 5 personal fouls on number 21, Casper Bauer. Wessel, a 44% free throw shooter, is going to go to the free throw line. Minute 11 left to play. Be 2 shots as the Cyclones have 10 plus team fouls. That was no good. And that was up and good. (68-59), 9-point Denison Monarch lead. Curran with the dribble drive, and Coach Osborne wants to call a quick timeout. 68-61, 7-point deficit. We'll make sure the Cyclones have some players in there that can foul. Without fouling out, they have 2 players already done that, Jacob Birch and Tegan Casperbauer. Plenty of Monarch players, not good free throw shooters in the contest. Number 11, Jackson Wessel, a 44% free throw shooter. Lance Arkfeld, 41% free throw shooter. Gavin Hibner, 41% free throw shooter. Luke Weavers, a 62% free throw shooter. That's 1 for 3 tonight. So with just right at a minute and some change, the Cyclones trail 68-61. So the inbounder for the Monarchs can run the baseline. Watch for the Cyclones to get a quick steal or trap, and then foul. There's going to be a foul called on Scheckiger. So we'll send somebody the Cyclones didn't want to go to the free throw line. In number 12, Carson Suchins. He's a 70% free throw shooter. He's got 18 points on the night. That free throw is up and good. Suchins with 19, 69-61. 8-point lead. That one is up and good as well. A timeout called by Denison. 70-61. 9-point Monarch lead. Cyclones need to get some points on the board. Be great if they could be fouled and go to the free throw line and score while the clock is stopped. So watch for the Cyclones to dribble drive at the basket, get all the way to the hoop for a layup or possibly a kick to the corner for a 3-point field goal. The best thing would be to be fouled and be able to go to the free throw line and score with the clock stopped, as there's a minute 4 left and the Cyclones are down by 9. So out of the timeout, Cyclones trail by 9, 70-61. Cyclone ball in the backcourt. Kern with it. Kern gets it to Frame. Cyclone's got to go. Too much dribbling going on. If we're going to dribble, you got to dribble at the basket. There Kern goes, kicks it out for 3. Hall puts up a 3-point basket. No good. Rebounded by Weavers. Weavers is fouled. Foul is called on Scheckinger. It will send Weavers to the free throw line. 44 seconds left to play. Weavers will have 2 as the Cyclones are in the 10-plus foul category. That one's up, no good. Weavers 1 for 4 from the free throw line. Second by Weavers is no good as well. Cyclones down by 9. 40 seconds left to play. That's Brayton Scheckinger with the bucket. 9-point Monarch lead, and there's going to be a foul by Connor Frame. .63-70 is the score. Two free throws coming here for number 5, Matt Welch, 53% free throw shooter. That first one is up and good. .71-63, 8-point Cyclone deficit right now. But no good. Ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by the Monarchs. The possession stays with Harlan Community. 23 seconds left to play. And Brad Kern runs down the pass. Connor Frame with it. It's going to put up a 3 and good. Connor Frame with the bucket. Again, Denison Schleswig really struggling to get the ball in bounds. And be a foul on the Cyclones that will send Suchins to the free throw line. Suchins with 20 points tonight. He'll have 2. Suchins with the bucket. That's good. He's got 21. The second one is up and good for Suchins. He's got 22, leading all scorers on the night. Kern dribble drives to the bucket, and that's going to get us to the end of the contest. Where the Monarchs from Denison Schleswig come away with the victory. A score of 73-68. Cyclones were outscored in quarter number 1, 16-10 and 21-17 in the first 2 quarters. There was a 10-point Denison lead at halftime, 37-27. In the third quarter, Denison outscored the Cyclones 17-16 to have a 54-43 lead going into the fourth quarter. Cyclones did outscore the Monarchs in the fourth quarter 25-19, but it just wasn't enough as Denison Schleswig comes away with the victory 73-68 and will advance to the Substate final in Denison. They will take on the winner of the Sioux City Heelan versus Carroll Public game. Cyclones will end their season with an overall record of 16 wins, 7 losses. The win will improve Denison Schleswig to 15 wins, 9 losses on the season, and again, move on to the district final. They will play that at their home gym there in Denison against the winner of Sioux City Heelan and the Tigers from Carroll Public. So it was a good game, and Cyclones played well, but just a little bit too much firepower from the Monarchs. Again, we talked about how their bench would come into some play here and their height, and that was it. One thing that was maybe a little bit unforeseen was the three-point shooting for the Monarchs, as they were deadly there in that first half with 7 made three-pointers, which helped get that establish that 10-point lead at halftime. So it's been a great season for Harlan community, but it will come to an end here tonight on their home floor, again with a loss to the Monarchs from Denison Schleswig, 73-68. It's been Jonathan North on the camera, Phil Mueller on that play-by-play. You've been watching Cyclone basketball on HLTV, Channel 15, where it's always great to be a Cyclone.